Thanks for joining us for the customer experience review of the Fred Meyer online shopping experience. Thanks for choosing us as your consultant to review your site and give you some recommendations. So you engaged us to review the most important part of your online shopping experience, which is the interaction of the user from finding an item to adding it to their cart. We stopped it at adding it to the cart. We have not reviewed the actual checkout procedure yet, but we hope to engage you in the future on diving deeper into that area. And the main goal of the research was to increase customer satisfaction, and which will flow on and increase online sales and engagement from your users. So quickly talk about the research methods used. The scope of the testing was from somebody already being logged on to searching for an item, to finding their result and adding it to their cart. That was the limitations of the scope. We utilized user feedback. We engaged 4 target users who combined generated a list of 8 quality issues. And out of those 8 issues, 2 of them were identified as more important than the other ones through feedback from the users of rating severity to them and judging against known heuristics. We also performed a competitive analysis against Walmart, Target, and Costco, who are industry leaders in online shopping. We did leave Amazon out of the mix because they're more of a jack of all trades. We wanted to focus on somebody who was a direct competitor of Fred Meyer's. And Walmart was probably the leader in that space. So getting on to the results of the research. As you can see, a screenshot of the Fred Meyer site with the search input box there. And expectation from the user and the feedback that we got was that they expect this to act as a typical type ahead search. You click into it and type directly into it, and search results show up either underneath it, or you hit enter and you go to the list of full results. What happens when you actually click into that is a big panel pops up with the search input there. Users were not blocked by progressing by this behavior, but they were all, 3 or 4 of them were confused by this interaction as it was a non-standard interaction. And 3 or 4 of the users called this out as a serious issue. So they expected to be able to type directly into the header search box, and the UI principle that it violates is appearance follows behavior, which means that the user should know how to interact with the system based on how it looks. And the interaction was definitely broke this UI principle. And the solution is when you click into it, make it behave like as expected, as the users expected, as a traditional type ahead search box. And here's a wireframe showing that interaction. You click into the search box and you search for something and the results are shown below it. And clicking on a single item takes you to the product page, or view more takes you to all the results. So the second major issue that was identified was scrolling required to get to the actual search results. So you search for cat food and you have to scroll past the ad and a bunch of text and white space to actually get to the results in the products that you want to order. It's not exactly wasted space because there is a point to it, but it is a barrier for people to get to the actual results. And UI principle that was violated is smart organization reduces cognitive load, which means put things where users expect them and want them. And the way that we came up with doing that was moving the ad over to the right, and which shifts the search results up to the top so they're directly next to where the user entered the search input. Which here is a wireframe of that, ads on the right, and results up near the top. And so the user experience of the Fred Meyer site is actually really good, and it is tracking with best practices. There were just a few rough edges that need to get smoothed out, and it'll be in line with the likes of Walmart, who has a very similar interaction experience. And we hope to work with you again in the future.